Fuck you,
Okay.
Greg.
Fuck you, Malador. Hey, I told you I was gonna start that new one. All right.
And
Yes.
he.
Yes. Welcome back to another episode of Failed Attempt, where a collection of assholes sit around and try to play Dungeons and Dragons. After what? This is 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And we went to Spookala, which was I went and no, that wasn't to try and make you feel bad, Jill. That was me. It was 36 hours without sleep is what that ended up being. Then I went to work. Uh so
I'm
it was
glad
more.
you could nap in the truck.
Oh my god, yeah. Like what, 45 minutes maybe? But it's okay.
No,
I lived.
you were out about an hour.
Oh, okay. Well, look at that. 15 more than I thought. But I survived. We're good. I will survive.
I will survive.
But yes, you all made the journey across the desert with some tribulations, but a lot less than last time. You didn't turn a 14-day trip into 21, and you didn't turn a 7-day flight into more than it needed to be. I think 8 days was the max. Yeah, there was only one roll that you lost a day, and that was the storm. So I'm pretty sure it was an 8-day trek instead of 7, which is for your guys' luck when it comes to rolls. That was fantastic.
Pretty good.
Yes, but you ended up back in Cooper Tandem, which is the half logging town, and then the other half is just your normal mud, stone, and hay, and just different elements of nature surrounding the little village to make their homes. Mainly a logging town, but Garrison, as you recognized before, it still has the same, or and Vidar, the same big piles of chopped down trees that have been cut down into logs, and then they're put onto carts and they're sent to what you know as Gaudium. They're
Yeah.
sent in that direction. Um, One element that you two are also going to pick up is they now on the other side. So on the side that is heading toward Gaudium, um, they have the symbol of the city on the cart, and then they also have the symbol of Ultima Vissus on the same cart heading toward Gaudium. The same in the opposite direction going towards Salvetti. It's Salvetti and the Royal Guard, and they're splitting both ways. When you came here before, it was just the one direction. Now they've started going in both. Which, if you recall, Salvetti was in ruins and tatters when you were there. Um, yeah, I said like over 80% of the city was still
Run
being,
down.
yes, it was still being repaired, if you can call it that. And then Gaudium, when you went there, was built and beautiful and finished. But then again, you explored different parts of that city, so where's all the lumber going? Um, but yes, that is where we ended up. Who is it? Who stayed on the ship? Did everyone stay on the ship except for Jake?
I think we all stayed.
I think
Yeah.
you guys all stayed on Gladys for the exception of Jake. He's the only one that stepped off of it to go find somebody. Yep, he went
Yeah.
and found the head dwarf and asked where Near was, and then headed toward the Sandy Fern.
I mean, if we're gonna be chilling here for a little bit, then I'll probably have Vidar to do something. But if not,
Well, the thing is, Jake is not here. You guys know
Okay.
how I operate when you guys aren't here, and he's the one that controls Gladys. So, um, given
so
that
we're stuck here.
given that everyone knows if he's not on the ship, you don't move. What would you guys like to do, if anything? Because Garrison, I know your mission is to get to Gaudium. The scroll that you received led you to Gaudium and then led you to Coast City, but there's still elements of it that lead you back to Gaudium. You also know that you still have the connection with Salvetti and Relictus, which is nearby but not nearby.
Right.
And then Vidar, your whole thing was pretty much Coast City, but you're not there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And then Yorick and Meritor, completely new to this area of Cooper Tandem, so
I don't have anything to do until Gaudium, so
I don't know where I'm at, so I'm not gonna go get lost. I'm gonna be smart and stay.
I'm gonna just try to look around and see, because I remember the first time we came here, Leitha was working and helping the people.
Yes.
So I'm going to just look around and see if people are working and busy myself with what she used to do to help
Okay.
these people, if that makes sense.
Yes. Yeah. Because basically what you saw her doing was helping out the women and children with the pails of water and with the binding of the lumber to put it onto the
Mhm.
cart to ship it off to Gaudium. That's what she was doing. So
Okay.
she would go back and forth from fountain bucket to home, fountain bucket to home, um, filling them and handing them to the kids, or grabbing one in each hand and going, and then heading over to the binding station and putting them on the cart. So you're just gonna make yourself busy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get myself busy work. I'm gonna York's staying on the ship, right?
Yeah, I'm staying on the
Okay.
ship.
I'm going to grab Darling, get her on my finger, and kind of rest her on your shoulder, and just say, if you need anything, if you need me or anything, just send Darling to go get me.
So the moment you put Darling on his shoulder, she is going to puff up, feathers out, and just look at him with those big wide-eyed owl eyes, and then look back at you and just start like kind of digging her talons into his shoulder.
Like she's making biscuits.
No, like like she's sensing and sniffing another creature who was once on his shoulder.
Mm.
Hank,
Please don't kill his pet, Darling.
She's just literally just rocking back and forth now. Just
Do you want to go? Do you
pumped up.
want? I mean, do you want to go to Berida?
She just kind of settles down a little bit, jumps out onto your hand,
I'll
and
I'll
then
go
gives
ahead
one
and
fluff to let the feathers settle.
I'll go ahead and offer her my shoulder.
Yeah.
Sorry, York. I forgot
Now
you
she
had a
starts.
rat.
Now she starts making biscuits.
I forgot you had a rat, York. That's my fault.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
I
it
don't even
sounds
have to have you. I don't even have to have you roll, Vidar. She was ready to eat him
Mm-hmm.
because he
Mhm.
smells like prey.
Mm-hmm.
that's why I'm
So,
like,
All right. Well, be good, darling. Please.
Good luck.
yeah.
Good luck, Merida. Good luck, York. She can be a handful. I'm gonna go make myself busy.
Be a handful.
we'll
Okay.
politely keep our distance.
It doesn't take you long to find anything. There's multiple people to talk to. You could even just jump in without saying anything. It's that like offering hand. What do you
I feel
approach
like
first? Do you go to the binding station or do you go to the water fountain with the buckets?
I
Where
think
are
I
you heading
go
first?
to the water fountain with the buckets, and I don't really say anything to anybody. I just kind of grab some pails that are empty pails that are sitting on the ground. Maybe if somebody makes eye contact with me, I just give them a quick nod and dip the pails in the water and just try to follow everybody else what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean you're immediately
Just hop in line.
Yep. You're immediately recognized, and they give you the nod of approval, and you just kind of follow in the line.
Mhm.
You will notice it's like that weird Disney concept, but like they're in a straight line, and it's like that Seven Dwarfs thing where they're all handling buckets of water and they're just walking in a straight line, and then they dump them and then they go back and get another one.
Mhm.
So you go from the water fountain and you dip the buckets in, you follow the line up, and then you dump them into another container, and then you circle back around to the water fountain, and it's just over and over again, and no one deviates from the line.
Mhm.
But it's like you, one other adult, and the rest are children
Yeah, that's fine.
that are surprisingly enjoying the work.
The children yearn for the mines.
And the and for the area, first of all, it's Cooper Tandem and Salvetti and Gaudium. You guys are still in the desert. Like this isn't.
Yeah, I mean, last time we left Cooper Tandem, it got hit by a huge sandstorm.
Yes, and you're noticing none of that damage is here anymore.
Okay, so they done excavated the whole city.
You also, I mean, because of that, you also, as you're walking on this line, putting the water from one location to another, you're noticing a lot of the the mud buildings that were destroyed in it are now stone, parts of steel, some like reinforced material that won't get destroyed as easily if something like that happens again.
Yeah, that's just gonna make him even more sad. Remind him how long he's actually been gone.
Yeah.
He's still gonna do the work to try to keep his mind off of it, but it's gonna be a little bit more slower.
You're also going to notice between the last time and this time, the source of water is still like, where is this coming from? We're in the middle of the desert. I don't see wells anywhere. All you see is a water fountain that they pull on a lever to get the water to come out, and it spurts off in random spots as kind of like a beauty marker.
Mhm.
But there's no real concept of where the water comes from, and it's very clean. It doesn't have a stink to it. It's very clean, clear water. Which the last
There's
time you
just
guys were
there's
here
just
was
a
not
druid
that.
underneath with create water every single
Yeah.
time. Just,
Yeah. Which the last time you guys were here, that was not the concept at all. They
Mhm.
were collecting water, but it was not clean and clear water. It was there were definitely parts of like sand and other elements in it. So yeah, that will feed into how long you've been gone.
Mhm.
I don't want to know. All right, Yorick, are you doing anything with your book or anything? Because you guys watch Vidar exit after he leaves Darling with you two. The minor silent threat of eating Yorick, which yeah, Hank is not with you at the moment.
At the moment,
At the moment.
can I feel his presence anywhere
Yeah.
nearby?
Yeah. Because remember, he ran off the ship toward the campsite, and then you had him run back.
Okay.
So he's just kind of wandering around the ship at the moment.
And I am a flightless bird.
I am a flightless bird.
I love that. I love that video so much.
So I am going to be. I'm just going to be studying up on my spells.
So in terms of you're flipping through the book, I've given you the new ones that you're able to see, plus the question mark on the summoners page, and then the rest of them in the book. The rest of them in the book would be the known spells that you have. When I talk about your book, it doesn't mean that it's just those spells and the rest are blank. Anything that you're able to, anything that you know you're able to cast from your patron is in there. But the new ones kind of take precedence because some of them you've never seen. But there's that one that you and I talked about, and then the question mark, and then the rest are just your warlock spells that you already know.
I want to know what the question mark summon does, but I don't want to fuck something up.
I'm getting off the ship first.
As he accidentally says this out loud, I want to know what this question mark does. Bye.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, I'm gonna go to the top deck.
I don't think that's far enough away.
Don't worry.
I'm just gonna start walking to Gaudium, actually, guys. I'll see ya.
Peace out.
Right before I do anything, so that y'all don't get caught up in this book's shenanigans.
Whatever this thing is, yeah. That is actually really funny.
Like I said, I do need to talk to my patron.
Hello.
But I also don't want to take the chance of my book absorbing Gladys.
I mean, honestly, go for it. I'm gonna go. I am gonna go see Nier. See if he's got any cool magic
Or
stuff.
Darling, and I can't do that.
Have it absorbed, darling. Vidar comes back. Where's my bird? About that.
I'm hungry. I'm sorry.
Hank got
Open that
hungry.
book up. I'm going in.
Hank got hungry.
Hank got to be the 8 foot tall monster that he is when he gets hungry.
My apologies.
Imagine at the end of all this, you find out that Hank is actually your patron. That'd be crazy.
No, I can get behind that.
You are going to have to excuse me. I'm gonna go ahead and say that Darling and I will head up to the top deck and just hang out in the fresh air together and just kind of hang out. You're gonna have to excuse me.
Do what you
I'll
gotta
be back in about 15 minutes.
Do what you gotta do.
Have a girls' night.
Pretty much.
We're gonna bond.
Girls trip.
Girls' trip.
So you're gonna go off and try to find Nier?
Yeah.
I swear to God, if I come back and Darling has pink nails.
How did you braid her feathers? I'm not even mad. I'm impressed. Like
how did you do that?
Why is she wearing eyeshadow?
Yes, girls.
How did you even apply it? There's no they
There's
don't have
no
eyelids.
lid.
They don't
There's no
have
lid.
How did you even put it on there? You
You
made
put
her look like a
lipstick on her. She
raccoon.
doesn't even have
Creepiest
lipstick.
thing.
She doesn't have lips.
I never want to see the back of an owl and then it slowly turn its head 180 degrees and see eyelashes.
It helps her in flight. All right.
Makes her more aerodynamic. But okay, yeah. So you want to
She can
exit?
hover like a helicopter now.
She can actually. But you want to exit and go try to find Nier.
Yeah.
Okay. But again, it's the familiar and then unfamiliar because you and Vidar were both here when that sandstorm hit. So exiting off of Gladys and walking in, there would be a level of understanding the amount of time that you guys have been away because when you left, it was right after the sandstorm. The sandstorm had hit. You guys helped clean up as best you could, and then you bounced. You took off. And now there's no elements or remnants of it whatsoever. It's been completely cleaned up. And then, like I pointed out to him, as you're looking across the village beyond the big piles of lumber, the buildings on the other side that took the most damage are completely rebuilt with other materials that didn't even exist here in Cooper Tandem the last time. So you do get that. And it's a very strange, because again, you're in the middle of the desert. It's not like Coast City where there were trees and there was grass and there was running water. You're very much in the desert still. There just happens to be buildings and people here. But it's as you're entering into the borders of Cooper Tandem, even for Garrison, the air just smells, seems very fresh. It feels very welcoming being back to the calmness of Cooper Tandem instead of the craziness you just went through for 8 months.
Yeah. I could get used to this. Yeah.
Yes. It's also
Anyways.
very different. And at this point in time, I do have to say you wouldn't have exited until the sun started to go down. I know
Yeah.
you're not dumb enough to go out in the sunlight.
Very, very weary of that.
Yes. Your senses are also very hyper at the moment. You're back into a familiar territory, but you're also out in the middle of nowhere, essentially, and there's no wall surrounding the village.
Yeah. I would
so you're
also like to point out real quick, sorry to interrupt, that before Maladar would have gotten off the ship, I would have had him have Gladys make me another water skin of blood.
Yeah.
And just tell her to basically keep it as a daily thing,
Okay.
But yeah, so sorry, continue.
No, that's okay. I kind of figured that.
Yeah.
You are going to, and I'll just let you know this. You are going to notice every time she makes you the skin, the sustenance is less and less. The taste gets worse, and the satisfying nature of it lessens each time.
Yeah, it was too good to be true. I know, I got it. What the fuck is with this quality shit? Malador, talk to your girl.
Right? Why is she trying to save money on this? There's no
Yeah.
need. Put
What is
everything
this?
into it.
What is this swill? I just slam it down. How dare you? Make me another.
Maybe another one. I said no salt.
I said, oh, negative. Oh, negative.
I wanted low sodium.
Cholesterol free. Come on.
I said over easy.
Low
But,
sodium.
yeah. So I want to head back into Cooper Tandem.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of want to same thing. I want to kind of look for near on the hunt for magic stuff. You know.
I mean, unfortunately, I will say by the time you and Vidar entered Cooper Tandem, he would have already been in the Sandy Fern, which is where he was told that Nier went. So you guys weren't with him to get the directions of where Nier is. So how would you like to look for him?
Look for anybody that I recognize from before.
Okay.
Like any of the dwarf elf people.
And actually, let me pull that. Yes.
I should check.
Yeah,
my notes.
and yes, and another big thing that Garrison and Vidar that you both would have noticed is the cross between Dwarven and Elven is a lot more heavily populated now than it was before. When you came to Cooper Tandem before, it was there, but the element of it was weak, and now it's all over the place. Garrison, you do notice the same thing that Malador noticed when he came in. The pure dwarf with the overalls, suspenders, chopping the wood right near the bundle. He is being brought the logs, and he's cutting them down to put them onto the stack so that they can take them over and bind them. Is Norit, the male 4.5 foot tall, big bushy red beard, very well kempt for what he does for a living. He's very like polished, not the out here, but like he keeps the hair in, tight and very clean. But you immediately recognize him, as well as the female head elf who was there before, Iolus. You recognize both of them. She is the one that is heading up the binding of the carts, as well as the water distribution, and he is just chopping wood with his relatively, for his size, giant double-headed battle axe, just hacking away. And you can tell he's been at it for a while, because he's sweating, and the dirt around the face, and even though the beard is very well taken care of, it's starting to frizz. But you recognize both of them coming into the village.
Yep. Yeah. So I'll approach him. I just kind of like greet him and be like, "Hi, I was wondering if you can help me out. A friend of mine came in this town earlier looking for Nier. I'm looking for the same guy. I was wondering if you know where
So
he is."
you see him mid swing. Another one. I mean, are you guys the reason he's here? Never mind. He's over. He very, like, you could tell he's been at this all day. Like, the energy is starting to drop out of him. He barely even looks at you. When he faces over, his eyes are about halfway closed, if not more. He just kind of points. He's over there. Look for the Sandy Fern. He's over there.
All right. Thank you.
I think one of your buddies was looking for him earlier. Ask for a man named Donnan. He's the owner of Yeah. Ugh.
All right. Thanks a lot. And, I'll head on over to the Sandy Fern.
Alright. Who's yelling in here? Yeah, true. How dare you, Stephen? I said I'd be late. Yeah, and alright. Yes, so you head to the Sandy Fern. Vidar, you would see Garrison enter the village from where you are.
Okay.
Because you are center stage. So you do see him come in and you see him talk to Norit and then head off in the direction in a singular direction. But you do see him enter the village as you are helping. And Garrison, you would see Vidar among the group handling a bucket in each hand with the children of the village in this weird endless loop of a line. Just going.
Just taking water out of the well, passing it all around in a circle, then dumping it back in the well, like kind
No,
of thing.
but yeah, basically. No, but yes, basically. So what they do is once they collect it, they go off to either a portion of the village that needs to be filled to cycle it to all of the buildings, whatever whatever plumbing system that they might have, or they're actually taking it as a line into the like in between the buildings and then distributing it amongst as like a singular distribution. But yes, you just you keep seeing the line go out, circles around back to the well. The line goes out, circles around back to the well.
Gotcha.
So you see him helping the villagers do that, and then he also sees you with Norit. So you guys do notice each other.
Hi, Vidar. Hi. Just gotta go in here.
Hi,
Wow, that's rude.
hi, Vidar.
Look,
Hi. Like hey man, look,
You said
I
I
know
was
you
ugly. I haven't forgot that.
like look, I know you miss Latha, but really, anyway.
If you ain't got tits, I don't want you.
What are you trying to do? Score brownie points for when she? Hey, I helped your village.
No, I'm just trying to keep myself busy.
Did Trock ever help your village? I did.
Why does he suddenly say Napoleon Dynamite?
I'm better than he is. But yes, you will
Gosh.
find and enter the Sandy Fern. Yorick, what would you? I know you said you're studying your book. Is there any? Are you leaving Gladys to get a safe distance so you can do your experiment, or are you still contemplating?
I want to go out far enough to where I feel like Gladys is going to be out of range, but close enough to where I can still see Gladys and Cooper Tandem.
Okay. So how far would you like to venture out?
I'm going to go out 120 feet from Cooper Tandem.
Okay.
So Gladys
and she's right outside of it. Yeah. So you're able to know if you go off in a I'm trying to get like a northeasterly direction. You'll be angled to where you can still see them both, and even at that distance, they look like they're far enough away. 120 is about the max distance for your furthest shooting spell, I believe, or did you double it with one of your feats?
Yeah, my farthest one is 240.
Okay.
That's
so you might want to go to that extent, but even at 240 feet, you still have an eye on both.
Oh well, I'll go to that extent then.
Okay.
Just
so
to be
you get out to the middle of the desert once again on foot, and it kind of gives you it kind of gives you flashbacks of your time out in the desert, being dropped off in random locations by Trock and just told to go find something. You see the tumbleweeds blowing by.
The tornadoes.
Yeah, it gives you kind of the wind wisping around, blowing the tumbleweeds, and the little cacti that are bending over because of the wind is like kind of giving you PTSD. But you are in what you can only imagine a relatively safe spot because there is nothing around you right now.
All right. I'm gonna open up the book and I'm gonna try to ask. I'm gonna ask for permission to enter.
Okay.
I'm gonna speak in where is it at? Abyssal.
Okay. And you're in Abyssal, you're asking for permission to enter? Like, may I enter? Okay.
May I come in?
What page did you turn it to? Or did you just open it to something random?
One of the blank ones,
Okay.
like the one that it used to communicate with me before.
Yes. Okay.
Ones that.
All right. Yes. So you do you put it down on the ground or do you hold it?
I'm gonna hold it.
Okay. So open it up. May I enter? And yes, the both of the blank pages glow that familiar white that both is familiar and terrifying at the same time because you've never really known what that meant until after the fact. But yes, you get that glow off of it and kind of staring into it, and then you blink and you're back in that weird ethereal territory with that stone walkway and that rock that angles upward and the black dead trees that are lingering around in the side and that very strange flowing river that's going by the stone walkway. And lo and behold, there they stand on the top of the rock. This time it's not the blue dress that you were in here before when she kidnapped most of your party and brought them in here. This one is now the. See, it's going to be another color that you. It's dark green shroud with pale green covering. So it's the nature based, is what you know of. I think you've seen this one before.
Yep, I had
And
to act with it before.
And it's not the big blue like spiky crown. It's the one that
Not the
wraps
like
around.
one.
Yep,
It's
the one that wraps around the forehead and then spins around to the back of it. So it's not really the crown that goes up. It's the whatever the circlet. And without saying a word, she just starts walking down the rock face onto the walkway. It starts heading toward you. What seems like slow, yet like her movement is going quicker than her legs are. So like
Okay.
it looks like she's walking slow, but she like as her feet are moving, she's actually hopping.
Okay. So I'm gonna
There's the baby. Everyone look at the baby.
The baby.
The
That's
baby.
the baby.
Oh my god, he's tiny.
That is a baby. Oh, is that's Hiccup?
This is Hiccup.
That's Hiccup, because he's missing
I don't
a
think
foot.
so.
That's Hiccup because he's missing a foot.
He's missing a foot.
Yep, he's missing a foot. He's missing a feetsies.
Oh no.
So it's like Hiccup from How to Train Your Dragon because he's missing a foot. Well, hello. I can't believe all of mine started that small, and now they're fat as shit.
Yeah, you were that small ones.
You talking about your cats or your kids?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
But I'm gonna bow to them as a sign of respect.
Wow.
Okay.
I am not letting him fall.
Welcome. You came alone this time. What can I do for you?
I always come alone.
Shit.
You know. All right, Garrison, you're good. Garrison's gonna go come alone.
Uh,
Forgot
Yeah.
him.
You know, the
Yeah.
fuck, dude. He always comes alone.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh my god.
I need a favor very quickly. I'm sorry. Can you take a and wipe his eye really quick?
Yeah.
While
While
while the peanut gallery is off giggling. It's right next to me, right here. While the peanut
Gave me a
gallery
fucking
guys
layup.
Oh my god. Why?
Yeah, we have to
Oh,
understand.
shit.
Okay. Can I?
Thank you and good night.
Oh my god, it's another one. It's another one. I always put my children in the oven. It's another one. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. He always comes alone. Oh,
um,
oh my god.
after I stand back up,
After you laugh your ass off, yeah. Ah,
I'm just gonna look at him and ask, how
Hi.
how would I go about how do I gain full control over my form switch, like switching between light and dark?
Meow. He knows the answer.
If not,
you have to meow.
even if it's not a direct answer, even just a clue pointing. Love.
Well, the answer to that is actually quite simple. Just
Bark, 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 bark. Cliffhanger hanging from a cliff.
the more you willingly make the switch back and forth, the easier it will be to do. It's when it forces itself upon you and you try to fight against it, then you're continuing to relinquish your control. You have to allow it to happen, and eventually they may even merge together as one where you have access to both. But if you continue to fight against your dark nature, it's going to continue to win.
Oof. Oof.
Okay. So basically, what you're saying is just let it happen when.
No, not let
Let
it.
it go. Let it go. Can't hold
No,
it back
not.
anymore.
I'm not saying to let it happen. I'm saying to make it happen.
Like take
Control.
charge.
Make it happen. It. I'm sure you've noticed by now the only time you have to let it happen is when it tries to force its way out. If you take control, make it happen. Stop letting it push you around. This nature is you, whether you like it or not.
Interesting. I thank you for your answers and your time.
Oh, that is all. Well, that's disappointing. Tell me, have you told your friends about the new gift on your page?
I have not, because now is not the time to discuss that.
Well, please let me know when you do, because I would love to be there.
Right.
And also, that giant question mark, it's going to make itself known sooner or later. And you will be pushed out. You are now back in the desert holding your book. What are you doing? Wait one.
Hmm.
What did I miss?
Yeah. I basically went out.
York always comes alone.
Yep, yep.
And everyone died for about 30 seconds.
He set me up for that. It was too easy.
It was too good. It was too good.
What, Squirmy?
Wormy.
Insert Jeopardy music here.
Paddle faster. I hear banjo.
He said he said he would be an hour late, right? An hour late.
hour and a half.
Unbelievable. Still
Unacceptable.
nothing from Malador. Hopefully he's okay.
Hope he's not
Yeah,
dying.
hopefully.
Ow! What you
Hopefully
biting
he
me
just
for?
forgot to set his alarm and passed out.
Or he's heavily medicated and passed out to all hell.
Children.
You done? Okay.
Oh, when's our official 1 year game? Isn't that this month?
Technically, that would be today. Today is the 1 year.
Technically, but we didn't play last week, so it'd technically be next week. Since we're a week off. Because it would have been today if we didn't take last week off. So it's technically next week.
No, but today is the day. It was 1 year ago today that he started this campaign. So even though we took that 1 week off, this would still be our 1 year.
The specific date.
Yeah, the specific date.
Is it? I think because I have May 6th. That was not our first session, but that was at least the second, I believe, or maybe it was the third. It was the third session.
Hey.
So yeah, maybe.
Hey.
Because that's the one where the party tries to kidnap children.
Yippee!
Fadar remembers that. Don't you,
Mhm.
Vidar?
Mhm.
That I missed, and it all went chaos.
Yeah. Yeah. What? That was like what? That was like the third session in, right?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, and
Uh,
oh goodness.
oh.
Goodness gravy, child. So much to say. Hey there, Papa Pal. Hey, Papa Pal, Mitch.
What the fuck was just said?
I started quoting Dexter's Laboratory from the Puppet
No,
Pals.
it's all yeah, it's Dexter's Laboratory does it and Powerpuff Girls does it.
Didi, what are you doing in my laboratory?
Okie dokie.
Ooh,
What did I just walk back in?
What to do?
Okie dokie, artichoke.
Fantastic. But yes, you are after that you are pushed back out of the book and you are now standing in the middle of the desert. And the page that you went into initially is now on that page.
Hi, where are you going?
Wait. So
Please fetch the bug.
I'm trying. So
We're not gonna go down my back.
the page that I went into is now on
That page.
that. Okay. All right. I'm gonna close the book and I'm gonna make my way back towards Gladys.
Making my way. All right. Cool. All right.
I'm making my way downtown, walking fast. I'm a seagull. Go fuck yourself. Do.
Are you still hanging up on top deck with Darling?
As far as I know,
Okay.
we're just hanging out. We're not gonna go out anywhere and get lost. We're just gonna hang out, keep
Hang out.
Gladys.
Hang out and play Nintendo. She is going to at one point jump off of your shoulder and start doing her spiral pattern in the
Okay.
air. You're also going to take note that the wider her pattern gets, she starts getting one bird that's following her, another bird that's following her, a third bird that's following her, and now there's her and three others that are doing this weird spiral pattern.
Following the leader.
He made friends.
Garrison, you enter the Sandy Fern. It is it's a modest. It's one of the log cabin. It's on that part. You go behind two of the. Actually, I think Vidar. I think you went to this one at one point. You go by two of the centralized large log piles, and you hang a left from there, and it is one of the log cabin, but it's a small, modestly built.
Oh, we're not gonna start stepping on
Not
mine.
very well taken care of on the outside. Oddly enough, there's vines and greenery that are growing from in between the logs, which again, it's like where is all of this coming from? You're in the middle of the desert. There isn't a tree in sight anywhere around Cooper Tandem other than the ones that they're dragging to the city, which is also the question you guys had before. Where are all these damn logs coming from? Where's the forest that they're cutting down? Because it is just a constant flow of logs come in, they chop them up, they put them on the pile. you guys do know that there is a forest somewhere nearby because you fought Ellenwyn and her cronies near the forest outside Salvetti.
Yep.
But where they're dragging all of this shit from for their village, you just see one cart bringing it in, they chop it up, another cart brings it out. But yes, so as you approach the Sandy Fern, it's one story, so about 10, 11 feet tall. On the outside, probably 15, 20 feet wide. Wooden door, wooden logs that make the home, and then again, just weird like vines and greenery and moss that are growing off the logs in various places. So it's a quaint, cool looking little hut. But the door is open.
Mhm.
And as you walk in, you do see the dwarf, mainly dwarf elven features, the pointy ears, the soft features, not as big of a bushy beard that you're used to seeing from dwarfs, but just kind of like mine. Standing behind the counter, you do notice that Malador is off in the corner somewhere. But so far, it's just the two of them in here.
Just the two of them, like Near and Amal.
No, that's not near. That one you would assume is Donnan because he's standing behind the counter.
Oh, gotcha. Yep, gotcha. All right.
But he
I
looks up.
will. Yep.
Oh, another one. Hello.
Hi. Yeah. I'm with my friend over there. We're looking for Near.
You're with him?
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're looking for Near as well.
Yeah. It's a program. It's like a release program we have with them. It's a thing.
You know, I don't know how he ended up here to begin with. And why so many people are looking for him. As I told your friend over there, he's not currently here. He does frequent my shop a lot, unfortunately. And people like you keep bringing him in here. So thank you for that. But you're welcome to wait until he comes back.
What do you?
Last
What do you? I'm sorry.
last I knew, he exited my shop, thankfully, and was making his way to the outskirts on the westerly side, where the carts leave for Gaudium, and he said he had to do something out there.
Mhm.
So you can go find him there, or you can wait here. You're welcome to shop around. Can I help you with anything, or is it that
Well, what do you got?
guy
What do you got for sale?
what are
What
you
are
looking for?
selling? I'm looking for magic items.
Well, there's different levels of magic. Are you looking
Uh,
for scrolls that are one-time use? Are you looking for
Scrolls.
potions? Are you looking for components for spells? Of what magic are you looking for?
Yeah, I'm looking for one-time use scrolls, like spell scrolls. Do you have any?
Okay. I might have a couple. Give me a second, and he's gonna. So you're not exactly talking to him eye to eye because you're what, like 6 feet tall. So you are looking down as you're talking to him. But what you're going to notice is as he says, "Give me a second," he turns and he jumps down and gets even shorter than he was before. So now he is like the 3'8", 3'9" with the countertop,
Yep.
and his head is just barely bouncing over it. So he's more dwarf than elven, but shorter than both of them combined.
Mhm. Okay.
And makes his way into the back room, and you see him open up another door which leads to another small room. And as he opens it, and goes in. And you hear clanking and clinging and just glass bottles moving around and metallic sounds and hollow sounds and the boom 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 boom. Shit, that was expensive. God, why? How? Where is this box? Just you hear a drawer open up. Is it in there? He pulls something out, clinging, clanging. I'll clean that up later. Oh, okay. Well, here's a couple of. Oh, that one's used. Let's see. That one's got a hole in it. That's just. These might work. And he pulls out a bundle, and you see he pulls out a bundle that's the size of him, both wide and in length, height and wide. So he pulled out a bundle about this big around.
Yeah.
He's like struggling to hold it as he comes out of the door, and he throws it up onto the counter, and you're able to quickly count roughly 10 that are individually bound and then all bound together of just various types of thick to thin quality, non-quality parchment paper. Some forms of paper you've never even seen before, but I think this is.
Right over.
I may have set fire to my room back there, but we'll deal with that later.
Sure, you don't want to deal with it now?
No. It's fine. It's fine. I also broke a glass beaker with liquid. It doesn't matter. But this is for scrolls.
Accelerate. Yeah. Yep.
I do have potions as well. If you'd like to look at those, and I may have a couple of. Give me another second. And he goes back into the room, and you hear more clinging and clanging, and this time it sounds more glass than it was before. And he cling, cling, cling. Oh, he might like this one. He might like that. Where did this one come from? That's interesting. All right. Oh, shit.
Oops.
Oh,
That was just a jar full of kittens. I don't know what that was.
he may have actually liked that. It's burning a hole in my floor. All right. Let's grab this one and grab that. Okay. And you see him come out with a milk crate, and he puts it down, and it's just like back at Coast City. It's just a variety of different colors of liquids. There's about 7 of them in here, and the beakers on the bottom are about this big around. Garrison, they're about this big around, and the bottles are about that tall. So they're fat. I have these, and I have these. I mean, you're welcome to unbind these and look at them. Hold on. And he goes back into the room. So he's just continuing.
Well, while he's continuing, I'm going to look through the scrolls.
Okay. So you're gonna notice that it's literally just like twine attached to a carabiner that's tightened and tied in a way to keep them from falling apart, and then each one is just carefully wound. So it's not really a complicated. There's no like lock code or key that you need. Is just unwinding them, pulling them apart. But yeah, you were able to count 10 in this bundle. So, what would you? Which one are you looking at? All of them individually? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, just seeing what he's got. I'm assuming he doesn't have a list of his inventory. So
it's not with it. No, if that's what. No,
yeah,
it's not with it.
Specifically, I'm looking for a scroll of banishment. Just with like a nice we're in trouble, get the person out of here type of thing. Like,
okay,
if we end up going against the thinker, maybe we can use it on him, like to get him away from us.
That is actually not a bad idea. Okay.
And then whatever else he's got.
Give me 1 second. I gotta figure something out here. Just answer my own question before I get into this. Come on, load up. Where are you? Okay, fantastic. Okay, so you see 10 scrolls. None of the scrolls that you can see here are named, if you will. Each one has a variation of the strength or the level, if you will, of the spell that can be bound to the scroll. But as you're looking through all 10 of them, what it looks like is they are spell scrolls that do not have any spells on them.
Oh, just blank spell scrolls.
Blanks.
basically.
But
Yeah.
it's like cantrip, level 1, level 2, level, whatever. So you have 10 scrolls here. You've got 5 of them that are level 0 for cantrip, and then you have 2 of them that are for level 1, 2 of them that are for level 2, and 1 that is for level 4. But they are all blank, which means that if you knew someone who could enchant, you
Yeah.
have the capability of taking a spell and binding it to the scroll,
Gotcha.
which is better than you were before. But that is what you are noticing with these, is that each one, it has the capability.
Yeah. Gotcha.
And as you finish looking through these, he comes back again, and now he's got this little case that he puts down on the counter, and you can see some chains that are hanging out of it, and he opens it up. And I think these are so you've got you're looking through the scrolls, great. And then these are the potions, and these are magical items, and he opens up this case, and it just he turns it around. Here,
Yeah.
give me a minute.
Yep.
He starts wiping his face off behind the counter, and it's just soot. Like
Yeah.
he opened it up, and it wasn't like dust or debris. It was like soot from a fireplace. Just. And as you're looking into this case, it's necklaces, it's rings, it's gems and stones, not like filled to the brim. A little variety of things, like 3 rings, a couple necklaces, shit like that. But there's that as well.
Oh, do you, as I start looking at that, I'm like, oh, do you have anything for fire resistance? Perchance?
Well, I hope so. Okay. Okay, I can see. I think. Yep. Okay. He goes over and he starts looking in. You see him pull a device out from underneath the counter that looks like a little telescope, like one of the
Like
whatever
what the
you call those.
jewelers use?
Yeah, those things.
Yeah.
He puts it on. He straps it around to the back of his head, and he starts. You looking for a ring or a necklace, or just something that's got a hint
Something that
of.
grants fire resistance.
Well, that's got a hint of orange to it. That might do it. Yeah. That's okay. So that one's orange. That one's got a little bit of red in it, and then these just look like regular rings. Well, one of these two might. And he takes it off his head and he pushes the 2 rings ahead onto the counter, the one that's orange and the one that's red. These 2 might. Orange and red do have to do with fire.
Yeah. There's no other way of telling.
Well, I mean, look, people come in and they trade me stuff. I'm not exactly an expert on these things. I just.
You don't label it immediately
Ooh,
after
shiny.
you get
Ooh,
it.
Ooh, shiny thing.
Do you mind? Can we? I want to get this level 4 spell scroll, and then I want to. Can I test out these 2 rings and see which one is fire resistance?
Why the level 4?
Huh?
Why the level 4? This is
it's-
me to you, not to
Oh.
Garrison.
Well, because banishment's a level 4 spell.
Would Garrison know that?
I mean, it's a high level spell, so I would imagine.
Fair enough.
yeah,
We'll go.
not
We'll
buy
we'll
the
go. With,
highest level you can find?
we'll go with the process of elimination. That'll work. Okay. I was just making sure. Like, hold
I mean,
on.
he was trained by his dad. I think he like knows like
Big number equal better.
yeah.
Yeah, the bigger the number, the
Well,
better.
and like I'm sure his dad saw spells in like the military and probably schooled him a little bit on it. So
Yes.
And
Like Texas, bigger is better.
and he's also traveling with casters.
That is actually true. Okay.
and
Listen.
who knows? Maybe if it was a
But
level
fucking
2, then I could put 2
was-
banishment spells on it to fill up that level 4 spot. You know, I don't know. It's math.
Math is mathin'.
Math is math.
Um,
Um,
but yeah, okay. So he'll re-roll and rebind the other ones, and then so that level 4, he pulls a book out and opens it up and takes some glasses and puts them on. Okay, so that's level 4. So that scroll is 50 gold. And then just so you're aware, no, I was not able to identify these rings, but I still have to make a business and based on what I took in trade and everything else. Okay, just work with me here. So these 2 rings are each 2,000 gold. Okay. And you
can't
are
tell me
welcome
which
to
one's which.
You are welcome to try each one to see if it's what you're looking for, or you can take both if you like them both. But they are 2,000 apiece. That scroll is 50.
Yep. Well, I don't have 2,000 gold. I do have the 50 for the thing. However, I do at least want to know if either of these is even what I'm looking for. So that when I do have the money, I can come back here and get it.
If it's still there.
Okay. So how would you like to test it out?
I mean, is he gonna let me put the ring on and
Yes.
burn
Yeah,
my?
he said
Okay.
you're welcome to test these.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Here.
Is
Fireball.
yeah. Is there a fire around here?
I mean, I'm sure you could find one.
Yeah.
Or you know of a spellcaster that is on Gladys that actually has Firebolt.
Yeah, but I can't. I feel like I can't leave his presence with the ring.
You are
Yeah.
fast enough to get back to the ship and then back to the shop. I mean, if you
Yeah.
want to make a thing of it.
Yeah. No. I mean, I'm sure he's got a fire going to keep himself warm at night. I'm sure this place doesn't have
Central.
a furnace. That's so. I'm
I
sure
mean,
there's
he'll hop into another part of the back room and he'll bring out a candle and a lantern and light them up and slide them along the counter. So
Okay.
I've never watched someone deliberately burn themselves in my store before. This is exciting.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad
Secret
one of us
pyro.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I'm just gonna, with the ring hand, I'm gonna,
Which one are you trying first?
the lantern.
Well, no, which ring?
Oh, the orange one.
Okay.
Because
So
I
you just
remember in my mind, I'm thinking back to Malador chewing the orange stone.
Yep.
And it like bursting into flames or whatever. So.
Okay.
And destroying the cart.
Twice.
He owes me
Uh,
a cart now. That fuck.
So you put the orange ring on, and then what? Like put your hand over the lantern or in
do
the
I
lan-
feel anything from the ring when I put it on, or no? Just
You feel pretty.
yeah, I feel pretty. All right.
I feel pretty
It goes
and orange.
good with your skin tone.
You feel
Yeah.
pretty and orange is what
I'm actually gonna ask him if he could just give if I can just smear some oil on my hand, get it really coated, and then set it on fire.
Yeah, I mean he'll offer you basically like either the lantern oil or the candle wax, either one.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do the lantern oil and I'll set my hand on fire.
Okay. You feel the heat,
Yeah,
and it slowly turns into pain, but it's not as painful as you think it should be. Because when you take fire damage, it's
yeah,
like
it's
like
a
like
little,
jumping into a volcano,
Yeah.
stepping into lava, and all of a sudden your leg is gone. Now you remember, but it feels like normal fire. So what
Yeah.
this ring would do is it would give you resistance to fire, but since you're vulnerable to it,
right.
it would just take the vulnerability away, and you'd go back down to normal fire damage. Wearing
Yeah.
this ring would put you at normal fire damage.
Gotcha.
Um, so if and when you do come back to buy this, you would
Mhm.
go into your inventory and you would get a ring of fire resistance,
Yeah.
which would take away the vulnerability.
So like, okay, so this is the ring I'm looking for.
Oh well,
Um,
fantastic. That was
wh- wh-
Does that hurt?
yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I mean, it
Just
hurt a
like
little
shake
bit.
your hand out. Oh god, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. That works. That works.
Is it a silver ring?
With that ring on, you will take 4 points of fire damage. But that would have been 8. So there's your test.
Yep.
But you're able to shake your hand out, and the flames go away, and you shoot the leftover oil, like splatter it across the.
Now, I ask him, is there anything I can do here that I can have you, that would make up for that 2,000 gold that I can have that ring? Is there like jobs around here or something that I can do for you that I can get that ring, basically?
Well,
Work for shiny.
it seems it seems a little far fetched now, but like I don't even know how long ago, but it was so long ago. I had a very kind elven man enter my shop, and I asked him to retrieve some items from my shop from over in Salvetti, um, because I needed them and I couldn't leave to make the venture myself. And the next thing I know, there was a note pinned to my door uh, that I didn't put there. Something about we went to Coast City. Um, and then I never saw him again. So um, I don't need those items now, but because I ended up having to go get them myself. I'm wondering what happened to him. Because I would feel, I sent him on a mission. I'd feel bad if something happened to him on that. Just go to the next town over um and who pinned the note to my door? Like I still have it, and he pulls it out, and it's like this like Jake would have seen it on the door, and it was when he entered, and it was like ripped and torn, and he took it off. And he takes it off, and it's like it's crinkled and torn, and I mean, from your adventures together, you recognize it. It's in Malador's handwriting, and it says we went to Coast City.
Yeah. Malador, who's also standing right there in the corner.
Yes, who's like looking through shit in the store. Yeah, like I don't. Did you know the one that put this here, and did the guy that I sent on that? What happened to him?
So, I mean, I wasn't here when he got that mission, right? I was already
No.
in Gaudium.
Yes.
Me and Vidar left. So
you and Vernon left. Yes.
Yeah, Vernon. So I'm gonna do you have a description of the elf in question? Like can you give me more like just an elf is?
He is going to very detailingly and beautifully describe Zenthus.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he died.
And
Yeah.
at this time, Vidar, you are delivering two pails of water with this group of kids into the sandy fern. You and two children are going to walk through the store with the water as the other ones circle around to the sides and back to fill his wells up.
Yeah.
And as you enter, you hear Garrison go, "Oh yeah, he died."
Oh, lovely.
And just this short balding dwarf behind this counter that can barely see over it with elven features. His eyes just go wide. You see Jake over in the corner, not responding to it at all, and the kids just kind of stop. Like, I mean, when I say kids, like they'd be normal pails of water. You're having one in each hand, but the kids are hugging them as they're going through. Like they're either holding them up like this, waddling around, or they're bear hugging them as they come through the door, and they just stop. Who died? Someone died? I mean, people do die, but who died? Who died? Who
No one
died?
died. No one died. And I'm gonna shoot lances at Garrison.
I mean, that guy said someone died. Who died?
No one died.
I mean, it's sad, but such is the life of an adventurer.
He's an adventurer. Are you an adventurer? He's
Yeah.
What kind of
Eloquently,
adventures do you
Garrison.
go on? How often do people die on your adventures? Why aren't you telling us stories like this?
Ignorance is bliss.
And Donan just kind of. Okay, so he's. No. There's not really anything I can have you do to work this off.
Oh, I thought this whole thing was you wanted information for that ring.
Well, no. But so the 50 gold for the scroll, and then that
Well, let
2,000
me
for that when
also
you have it.
let me be. I mean, these items were clearly collecting dust. Like you literally, like you were just hacking up a lung because the stuff has been sitting here for so long, right? So
Mhm.
why don't I pay you 500 gold for that ring? Otherwise, you're probably just going to store it away for another couple of years and not make any money off of it. But you can have
Make a
500 gold. Yeah.
make a persuasion check. Physical
I don't know.
dice, sir.
Yeah, sorry. I
What
have
the
it all
hell?
right here.
Why would you do such a thing? Yeah, see you. I don't know.
That is going to be a 17.
Well, you do have a really good point. That tasted and smelled absolutely disgusting. And now you brought these kids into my store that are curious about death and adventuring that aren't going to stop talking. So, yeah, just 550 and see your take him with you.
Beautiful.
I don't want Nier coming back here.
Done. That pleasure doing business with you, sir.
And one the kid that was bear hugging the bucket literally turns around Vidar and kind of like bounces it off of you. And are you friends with these guys? Do you adventure? Did you die?
I die a little every day. But we're not going to talk about that.
I'm down on the side.
Only on the
Oh,
end.
hey Vidar, what's up?
Hi. We're gonna go now. Come on, kids.
Back to work. Gee, we're just trying to have a little bit of fun as they start. One of them puts one that's bear hugging it, puts it right next to the door, and then the other one drops it right next to that bucket. And Don's like, "Thanks, kids. Just leave them there. I'll take care of it." And from stature standpoint, the children are taller than Donan.
Nice.
So like the buckets are like more than halfway up Donan's stature, but they just leave the buckets and they go out. And now they're just bouncing back between the two of you. One of them's looking over at Vidar, going, "Why won't you tell us who died? It's such an..." And then the other one's looking up at you, Garrison, going, "What? You never answered me. What kind of adventures do you go on? I'd love to go on an adventure. How old do you have to be to go on an adventure? All we do is work, 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 work." And they're like, the one on you, Vidar, is holding your left hand, and the one on Garrison's holding your right hand, and they're just bouncing back and forth. Their shoulders are clanging together, and they're just nonstop talking, just
There will be
asking.
plenty of time for adventure later. Right now,
Life
keep
itself
the
is
water.
an adventure. Just enjoy what you're doing now, kids.
That's the same corny stuff my mom says.
Don't do drugs.
Why are adults
Stay in
also
school.
lame?
Steven's gonna shower.
Drugs are bad, okay?
Don't do
Drugs are
school, stay in drugs, kids.
Drugs are bad.
Drugs are bad, okay? Don't do school.
Depending on the
stay
drug, drugs are bad.
I mean, we're gonna be ending at like 10, so he may as well not even bother.
Just gonna,
Can we have like a random goblin attack? I want to kill something.
No. Well, maybe, I don't know. Depends on what you guys decide to do
in the next 20 minutes.
in the next 40.
I am.
But yes, so go ahead and add your ring of resistance.
Already done.
All right, let me refresh your page, and what that should
Are you-
do.
Are you icing yourself out? Garrison?
Icing myself out? No.
Yeah, what's that ring for? A little bit of bling
Oh.
bling? You trying to look good for somebody?
It's so that I don't die when a fireball hits me.
Palador
I was about to
decides-
say it's not working or anything.
All right, customize.
And yeah,
Okay,
just
so-
adding a little blank,
Yep, there you go. You're no longer vulnerable to fire.
Sweet.
So now you'll just take normal damage while you're wearing that ring.
Cool. And at a discount. This is great. This is everything I wanted.
There you go.
At a discount.
And you never tested the red one. Missed opportunity.
I'll test the red one.
I was, you
But
know what? I
you
was
left
gonna.
already.
I was thinking about it, but I was like, whatever.
Oh, you didn't buy the red one?
No, I did the orange one because it was fire resistant.
Oh. I thought you
But I'm
bought
sure
both of them,
he's
you
gonna
just
say
tried
like,
them
oh,
out.
but the red one was fire immunity. Like,
I didn't say a thing.
I mean, to be fair, you didn't test the other one.
I know.
Talking about.
Whatever.
It's gonna be a cursed one that's gonna be like, I need blood.
Curse
He already needs blood.
I know. Like, this does nothing to me. I feel
Right.
nothing.
I literally feel
Hours of the
nothing.
night, I'm already a vampire, you bitch.
I literally feel nothing. Ever.
Fashion piece.
Okay, so Yorick, you
Extra bitch.
so Yorick, you make your way back onto Gladys, and on the top deck, Merida is there as well. Is there anything you would like to do now that you've had that conversation with your patron?
I'm gonna go sleep on it because I don't have anything else I need to do here in Cooper Tandem. So I'm gonna go to the quarters and take a nap.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow Yorick because I have nothing else to do. I just
So right before you follow him down the stairs, he actually starts getting like hot pursuit chased by Darling. As he gets back onto the ship, she nosedives from the sky down and just follows you right down the stairs.
I knew
So
this
as
was-
you're just do, she hits your shoulder and just like literally starts gnawing on the back of it, trying to look for that smell. Just fluttering her wings and just pecking right against your shoulder.
Senior DM.
Listen,
Yes.
listen. No, stop.
someone might be
No.
hungry.
No, don't stop.
No.
What's up, Vidar? What do you need?
I want to talk to one of the adults that's in the water line
Okay.
and ask them who was Leitha the most close with here.
Okay. I mean, so you just go up to one of the random ones that are there? There's,
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
just gonna
there's
be like, hey, do
2
you
or
know?
3
Do you
that are
remember Leitha? If you do, who was you most close with?
Oh, of course we remember her. She was such a darling. But the truth be told, she just showed up out of nowhere, kind of like you guys did, and just offered her. She was so sweet. What happened to her?
Okay.
She hasn't been here in forever.
She's preoccupied. You know, life kind of takes you places.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you haven't been here for a while either. You're. I mean, here it's hard to not remember a blue tiefling because I mean, there's no tieflings here.
hmm
Where have you guys strolled through it? Oh, yes, you were here during that disaster we had.
Yeah, the big
We
the sandstorm.
we never figured out where that came from, but thankfully we rebuilt and we've been flourishing since. And if you run into Latha, um, tell her we miss her. Tell her to stop by.
Yeah, yeah. I was about to ask you to do something similar. I was gonna say if you do end up seeing her, if she comes back here, if you could give her a message for me.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, just hello, or do you have a
No, and he's going to
message I
pull
should
out a
write down? Okay, just
piece of
all right,
parchment and hands it to her. I'll text it to you. I'll message it to you. But he
okay.
just kind of pulls out a piece of paper, folded piece of paper, and hands it to whoever.
I hope Trock's not bigger than me.
No, that's not it at all.
That's all the message says. That's all it is. Latha, I hope Chalk's not bigger than me. Love Vidar.
He's definitely got small dick.
He's got that
No guy
small
that big
dick,
on
right?
roids has a big dick.
I mean, she'll take it and pocket it.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Is there anything that I can get for you? Do you need
No, I mean
food?
you've done more than most travelers do as they come through here. Where is you or are you here with a group or are you here alone? And then she
Yeah,
kind of
do you see that huge squid ship?
wow.
Yeah, that's
That and
I'm not gonna claim it, but I have been a passenger on it.
I mean it moves and everything. Like what?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
like
yeah.
as you're looking at it, as she's looking, you're pointing it out. Gladys has unwoven her tentacles and just lets them
Yeah,
start
yeah, yeah.
flowing up into the air.
It moves more than a normal, I guess, normal flying ship would. Yeah.
You're going to look at her and she's fixated on it. And as you're looking around, there's now 1 child, 2, 3, 4 that are,
mhm.
ooh, hey, can we go on that? And they start pulling on
You
her
you
her
don't
dress.
you don't want to.
And she's like,
Yeah, make him sit in the
I
captain's seat,
mean,
see what happens.
listen, you did ask. Can
Okay.
can
No.
Only for a little
No.
bit. We're going on a field
Nope.
trip.
That is
for a
going to
little
be a
bit.
lawsuit and a half.
all right.
Do you
All
know
right,
what that
kids.
ship does to people? Now you want
All
to
right,
do it
kids,
to
let's
children?
all right,
Like,
kids, let's go. Like her
I
with like 1 child on each hand and
It'll be
about
fine.
5 more behind her just start rushing for the edge of the town
Gladys
towards
doesn't
Gladys.
do anything without Malador telling her to, so they should be fine, right?
Well, she is.
you're going to take that risk.
Yeah,
You're going to get put on a list. You understand me?
she has her own.
You understand what that ship is going to do to those children?
Hey, little
You are
kids, I
gonna
got a
get
cool
put on
ship
a
over here.
list and
Not like a pedo with a van or anything.
yeah.
Hey,
With
little
free
kids, look at
candy
my
on it.
ship.
Free candy on the side of Gladys.
Can you help me look for my friend Leitha real quick? Just hop in my ship.
Yeah, just hop on it.
Like written in slime across it. Free candy.
It's like when they tried to kidnap the kids all over again.
Can we put some of y'all to sleep real quick?
Oh my god. All right, yeah. But they all Merida and Yorick from the sleeping quarters of the ship as you guys are trying to relax. Not only are you getting gnawed on by Darling, who is trying to locate the scent of Hank, but Merida, as you are coming to relax, you feel a very, very violent shudder and shift within the ship as it just from one side to the other and a ripple goes through the floor.
I didn't do it.
I'm gonna immediately wake up and go up to the top deck. Just
Okay.
like,
So
'cause
as
I
you
obviously tell there is a situation that needs my attention, and I don't know where Malador is. He hasn't come back yet. So I am gonna go up on the top deck and check on Gladys and see if she's okay.
okay. On the top deck, all you notice is just the ripple. You do see the same kind of shudder, but up on the top deck it is continuous. It ripples from the center to the edges and then just over and over again. You just see it continuing to do the shudder, like a minor earthquake happening up on the top deck. As you make your way up to the railing and you're looking out toward Cooper Tandem, you see Vidar trailing an elven woman and 7 children that are now rushing toward Gladys. Garrison, did you follow them?
No.
Okay, so you stayed. It just
Yeah.
all right. Vidar, I'm assuming you chased after him, or did you stay back with Garrison?
Oh no, I'm going with the kids.
Okay. Garrison was
better
just
go
like,
with the
"Good
kids."
luck, bye."
Yeah,
The kids
So,
are
yeah.
kids,
I ain't being put on a list, all right?
or Yorick's book.
I'm already on a whole bunch of lists for a whole bunch of cities, all right? I
That
don't
is
need to be put
actually
on
very
another
true.
one.
That is very true. You're like the most highly sought after mark right now for shit you didn't even do. But yes, as you're looking over the railing, that is what you see is an elven woman with 7 children surrounding her, and then Vidar in tow, heading toward Gladys.
I am gonna do my best to make eye contact with Vidar. And I'm just gonna like give him the beady eyes of death and just be like,
Right. Yes, as you are currently right now about 30 feet up in the air, looking down over the railing,
I'm
and just this small horde of people.
Vidar's gonna look back at Merida and just go,
I don't know, man. It wasn't me. And the closer that they get, obviously, the louder they get, and you're hearing a lot of cheers coming from the kids and the 2 that are on her hands, going, "Oh my God, look at it! It looks slimy. Can I go up and touch it?" And they're just continuing to approach until they get to that point where even when you're bending down, you can no longer see them. Just the shape of the ship, they disappear underneath it.
I'm gonna go back down in the corridors and hide.
As you're making your way down the stairs to hide, Darling has calmed down, but she is now up on your shoulder again, like pecking at the side of your head and your ear and your hair, and still like clawing at your shoulder, trying to find the smell. But yes, Yorick, through all of this, as Darling calms down and is on your shoulder, you see Merida rushing down the stairs. and what I'm assuming, like jumping under your bed. Where do you hide?
I'm hiding under my bed because small children plus big fluffy animal is not gonna end well.
That's actually not wrong. So yes, you see her darting down the stairs, and she like nosedives underneath her bed. And I mean, with the slime coat, you just kind of.
Oh, I don't even care about the slime at this point.
Okay. So yes, Vidar, you are now at the base of the ship, and she lets go of the hands of the 2 kids, who now are each one went to the left side, one went to the right side, and they are just gliding their hand along the side of Gladys just collecting all this nasty as they go, and meeting back up in the back. And then the other 5 kids, one of them goes around to the left side, or 2 of them go to the left side, 3 of them go to the right side, and you just see them running around, and you hear, there isn't a ladder, how do we get up here? And you just start hearing knocks on the side of the ship, and you notice the same thing. You literally see like dust being lifted up from the desert floor as you hear and see the ship and start to ripple and shudder, which you two feel it from the inside again. You two,
Yeah, no. I'm gonna approach the lady that got these kids on here, and I'm gonna say, okay, I think it's probably time to go now. The ship is getting agitated. I did not foresee this.
Really? Didn't foresee that
Can we
at all?
shut up, Garrison? You're not here.
All right, Vidar, I do need a dex check from you.
Lovely.
If you
You're
have
about
physical
to
dice, go ahead and roll.
All
Yeah, I
hell.
have physical dice. I just gotta pull up my sheet real quick. Dex check +4.
It's +4.
18.
Okay.
Jail.
As you are telling this to the adult, you sidestep one of her tentacles as it whips down and tries to grab you.
Yes, please. It's time to go. Where are the fucking kids? I'm sorry. Nope. There's children around. No cussing.
Okay.
I'm going to try to reach for a kid and grab another one with my other arm.
So you see another tentacle whip down and try to grab her, and she's able to. Oh, what is it?
We
What
need
does
to
it
go.
do? What is it
We
trying
need to go. We need to go.
All right. That's 1. That's 2. 3.
Gladys about to eat a child.
Yes! And it'll save the real blood for Garrison. Yay!
Okay.
Quality shit comes back!
Kid pre-son.
So 3 out of the 7
a
children
kid
dodge.
pre-son. Oh my
Yes.
god.
Yes. It's a kid
Oh my
pre-son.
God.
Yes.
That is the name of the episode.
That is the name of this
No,
episode.
The name of the episode
Kid
needs to be
pre-son.
I Always Come Alone.
Yes, that's right. I always come alone.
come alone with a kid pre-son.
Oh, I'm not merging.
Forgot them.
I am not putting
can't
I always
merge
come
that.
alone with kid in the same sentence. I'm not doing that. We will be banned so fucking fast.
Trigger
So
So
because
fucking funny. Oh, you decided to come alone. I always come alone.
yes, I
Why
always
do you
come
always do it in
alone
a Batman voice?
because
For
it's supposed to
Gotham.
be in the Batman
For
voice.
Gotham, I always come alone.
I always come alone.
For justice.
For justice.
Gotta go
Come
to the
alone.
Batcave.
I always come alone for justice. Oh my god. What
Batman
the
needs his
fuck?
supplies. For Gotham.
So yes,
Gotham.
3 out of the 7 children managed to dodge.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
4 of them are taken up by one of the tentacles and pulled up onto the top of the ship. And I mean, the ones that dodge are just kind of like they don't really it's just a natural reaction to the dodge, and then the ones that don't are grabbed and they're wee, like you hear
I'm gonna
them
grab the lady
cheering
by her
and
shoulders. I'm gonna grab the lady by her shoulders and look her dead in the face and be like, please take these kids and get the fuck out of here. I'll get the other ones.
Yeah. And she gathers up the 3 that dodged and they take off.
I'm gonna go up to the top deck.
How are you getting up there?
Oh shit.
Do I?
If
do I
she
hear
whips
any
another
screams
tentacle
or
at me,
anything?
can I just fail the dex check?
Well, I mean, she doesn't whip down at you again. That's what I mean. How do you get up there?
Okay, I'm gonna do what the kids were doing to get whipped down. I'm
Oh,
gonna
just like
running around
start knocking on the side of the ship?
knocking on the side
Okay.
of the ship. Yep.
Jump and grab one of her tentacles and climb.
Oh no, they're all like up in the air now. 4
Yeah, I'm
of
just gonna
them
start.
are.
I'm just gonna do the exact same thing that the kids did. so a tentacle can whip down and grab me. I'm gonna purposely fail my dex check.
Okay.
Or she
So once
could-
again, so from the inside of the ship, you guys hear a bunch of whipping, and then 4 different "Yay! Wee! This is fun! Oh!" just thumps on top of the deck, and then from the bottom, some, and the whole ship once again shakes and shudders even more violently this time. Merida, you're fine. Yorick, I need a dex save from you. And Garrison, what did you ask?
I asked them like, so the kids were just like screaming in joy. No screams of like
No s-
horror.
No, they weren't screams of horror. They were screams of enjoyment. But
Yeah.
even from your location at the wood bundles, basically center stage of the village, not only can you see it, you can hear it. So
I'm just
it's
gonna
capturing the attention of other children and adults within the village, because it's like a Ferris wheel being brought to your town for no reason.
Yeah.
And you just start seeing people enjoying the ride. You're gonna be curious.
I'm upon seeing it, I'm gonna spread my wings and fly up to the ship.
He needs to spread his legs and fly, guys.
Yeah.
Spread them.
I rolled a
Spread 'em.
9 for the dex save.
Okay.
Oh my gosh!
I know, right?
On a dex?
Yeah. He actually
On a
got a
dex.
good roll. Yeah, he actually
Holy
got a good
crap.
roll this time. Okay.
I'm under a bed. I'm fine.
That's
So-
amazing.
Garrison, as you're up in the air and you're flying over, you will see the same adult female elf, but with only 3 of the 7
Mhm.
that she left with, rushing back into the village.
Fucking Vidar. Alright.
All right, yes, and Vidar, you are successful. You're hitting the side of the ship, and she whips down and grabs you, and throws you up onto the top deck.
Gladys, uppies.
Uppies.
Up.
Uppies, please.
What do you do after she drops you onto the top deck?
Where are the kids?
The kids are very excitedly and calmly running around the top deck. There doesn't seem to be any issues. They're checking out the cannons on the side of the ship. They're gliding their hands across the railing. One of them is now running up and down the stairs. 2 of them, after observing the cannons on the sides, and they're noticing as they glide their hands around the railing that they're collecting more of the slime. They start having slime fights back and forth.
Slime ball fights.
So as you get up there and you hit the deck and you get up ready to do something, it's just, where's the violence? They're not being eaten. They seem to be having a grand old time.
All right, kids. Come on.
Here, puppies. Here, puppies. Here, puppies.
Here, children.
Where did you get this? This is amazing. It was and 2 of them, as you're trying to capture the attention, come up from around you, and from each side just throw one of these slime balls at you.
Can I dodge
And
it?
it just, yes, you can.
Okay.
After hearing,
I need.
What
I
is a dex
Like-
check or a dex saving throw?
Doric's
It's
gonna go out.
well, not a save because you're not
Is that
being
demonic?
violently thrown around. It's 2 dex checks because there's 2 of them throwing at
Plus
you.
4,
What's
plus
up?
4, plus 4.
After
Hey.
Yorick is what was going, or here's Badar calling for the kids. He's gonna walk out of the bunks and go to it.
So at
19
the
and a 21.
Okay, so you end up dodging both of them, and what happens is when they throw them, you end up dodging both like you're like the fucking Matrix, and they hit each other instead, and just like laugh and end up like wiping it off themselves and just
All right.
continue going
It's
to
time
play.
to get off the ship, guys.
And as
Yep,
he
the
is
ship needs a
saying that,
rest.
as he is saying that, York, you approach the top of the stairs, and at the same time, Garrison is now flying overhead of the ship.
I'm just gonna swoop down and grab 2 of the kids and just bring them back down into the town.
Okay. They are not going willingly, but they're
That-
kids.
That's fine.
Throw 'em up!
I've carried my kids out of the park many a times.
That's the plan.
So
So-
one under each arm, just flying, drop them off,
Yeah,
and then I'm gonna go
so-
back and grab the other 2.
Yep, you guys see Garrison just latch onto 2 of them and pull them off.
Thank you,
I
Garrison.
will say, when you swoop in and you grab those 2, and then you put them off onto the bottom, as you're going back up, Gladys has already picked them back up again and followed you
No,
up. to
I
place
flew them
back on the
into
deck.
town. I
Oh,
flew
okay.
them into town, and like
So
I
you
was
pick
gonna.
the 2 up and you fly back to the village.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try
I-
to while he's doing that, I'm gonna grab the other 2 kids so he can just swoop down and
And I try to find like that woman with the kids and drop them
Okay.
off with her.
While he is away doing his heroic Batman thing, flying through the air with 2 children trying to save them, Vidar, you try to corral the other 2, and Gladys grabs them both
Okay.
and pulls them closer to one of the chairs.
Oh
I
God.
don't know.
shit. Fuck. You know what I'm gonna do?
You notice 2 things. One of them is kind of like that excitement of the kids' faces, and then an immediate, oh no, I don't think this is okay.
Garrison, get the fuck back here, please. As soon as Garrison gets within like line of sight where he can do this thing in one turn, I'm going to curse the bloated agony on Gladys.
Okay, are there any limits to that spell?
It's not a
I mean,
spell.
Oh, I know it's a feature, but are there limits to it? Like, what is
A
the?
creature that you can see within 30 feet, and it has to have blood.
Okay, so as you go to try to do the curse, nothing happens.
Mother.
Gladys doesn't have
But-
blood.
Garrison, you successfully find her. She at that point had made herself back to where you had left her.
Yeah.
You swoop down and drop off the 2 kids. And as you're shooting back off, you hear the kids just like yelling at her for letting you take them off the ship, even though she wasn't there. So it's
Yeah.
that kind of like blame game.
Yep.
As you're going away. And Yorick, you are now at the top of the stairs, so you notice this as well. After Garrison leaves with the first 2, Gladys grabs the remaining 2 and pulls them close to one of the chairs, like literally confining them to the top of the ship. So you're all kind of seeing this in sequence.
So I see this approaching. I see she's got them wrapped in the tentacles.
Mhm.
Okay.
She's not hurting them, but you do notice the look of worry because, like I said, Vidar would have noticed the excitement, like, oh my god, this is cool, to the slow realization of, oh.
So the
no,
blood curse didn't work.
no effect.
Mm.
Cool. I am going to slash at the tentacles.
Okay. Okay.
I can't communicate with her because the only person that can talk to her isn't here. So
Wait. How many chairs are there?
2. There's the one
And
you
is she-
sat in. There's the one you sat in, and then there's one he had to recreate to use it.
Which one is she putting them in?
She's pulling them close to the main one.
Can I try to jump in the main one before the kids get there?
Well, she didn't put them in. She's holding them close to the chair.
Okay, I'm gonna jump in the main chair.
You can't get to it
Why?
because they're pressed up against it and wrapped in tentacles. like one from each side of the ship.
Did Malador say that the main chair is the only way to communicate with this thing, or can you sit in any chair?
I don't know, did he?
I think he just
he
said,
hasn't talked about it.
I think he's only talked about the main chair.
You do recall Vidar sitting in the bonus chair and having the vines.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit in the bonus
Uh,
chair and let it do whatever it's gonna do to me.
Okay. So you sit down, place your hands down, and the cuffs come up. Get your ankles to the chair as well. The vines start growing the vest on your chest and around your shoulders, hook to the back of your neck, come up
This
your
whole time
head,
I'm just.
start making their way up into your nose, into
Oh, I
your
hate this.
eyes, into
I
your
hate
ears.
this.
Just
I hate this. I hate this. And
And
then
you
once I
are
feel
now-
it like kind of done, I'm just gonna say in my mind, set them on the ground. Not on the ship, on the ground, please.
you feel and all of you feel it. You feel it's not a violent shudder, but you'd feel it.
Kind of like a huff.
like a little bit of resistance.
Please, Gladys.
And they just slowly start to unravel. As the kids then like run basically for their lives, scattering in two different directions, trying to get to the edge of the ship. Okay, this isn't fun anymore. I want to go home.
I'm gonna shout out Garrison. Can you please grab them?
I will grab them once I see them. I'm assuming this happens as I'm approaching, so I don't have to slash and dash. But
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
like you're going down with your sword ready to
Yeah.
fucking, and then you see Vidar sit down in the chair and kind of hang back for a second.
yeah, all right, and then I'll grab the kids and bring them back.
Grab them and dash back to the
Mhm.
village.
Thank you, Gladys. I am going to stand up now. Appreciate it. You are a good ship.
She doesn't let you go.
Uh-oh.
Is she talking to me?
Nothing
Can
you
I-
can hear.
Can I get up, Gladys? Please. Oh my god.
Bitch, let me fucking go.
Gladys, be back my big spoon.
Yorick, give me a perception check.
Perception check. Oh boy. 23.
Okay. Vidar, were you saying this out loud? Let me go, please, or were you saying it silently?
At the end, I was saying it out loud.
As you hear Vidar pleading for Gladys to let him go, and there doesn't seem to be any response from her, Yorick, you look around, and all the spots that were where the slime was removed from these kids playing are now drying up underneath the desert heat.
She needs water. Maybe that'll make her let him go. So I am going to
spitting.
get water.
Okay.
But before I cast it, I'm just going to give everyone a heads up that the water's incoming.
How do you have it go?
Is it coming alone?
Yes.
Coming alone.
Is it coming down as a solo ball of water or as rain?
It's going to come down as rain.
Okay, so it's not
Just like,
coming
"Guys,
alone.
I'm about to
That's a
make
lot of
water."
raindrops. It's a lot of raindrops. It's not coming alone.
That's a big ejaculation, ladies.
Is it just one load, or are you breaking it up?
Into many.
It's
10 gallons.
I let a little bit out, let it evaporate, start back at square one.
Oh my God.
Fidget ring. I like that.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so you have it come down as a rain. Yes. As you cast it and it starts to rain over the ship, Vidar, you are released.
Oh,
As you
thank you,
get-
Gladys.
As you start to feel her, the pulse of the breathing, as it is now absorbing the water into its
Thank you,
skin.
Yorick. Much appreciated if we do not tell Malador that I can also control the ship now.
You can control the ship now?
Yes. I let it inside me.
Not
No
even-
questions.
I broke my ship
I
virginity.
thought I was.
I'm not happy about it, but
Jealous little spoon noises.
Jealous little spoon noises.
But
I don't know. And I'm just gonna
They-
walk. I'm just gonna do the walk of shame back down to Eric's.
So you guys are gonna find out later on that Gladys actually isn't an interdimensional ship. She's just a gift from the Crank and Yank. That's why she's so rapey.
Yeah.
shit.
Oh,
This
fuck.
has a
Malador,
very
we're
similar concept to the Crank and Yank. I'm not gonna
We're
lie.
changing Gladys's name to Chester.
That's all, folks.
Why? Anyway.
Chester the molester.
Just the molester.
Jesus Christ. So yes, Garrison, as you once again do your superhero flight, dropping the kids off in the middle of the village, they are equally. These two are not as angry. They are equally as grateful as the other two were angry. So that as you land, they're they're hugging on your leg and saying thank you, rushing onto the woman to tell her that things went from fun to not fun pretty quickly. Back on the ship, Vidar, you are now released with this realization that you may or may not be able to control the ship, and that is where we are going to end for tonight. But damn,
He gets cranky when he's thirsty.
Wow. Unbelievable, Vidar.
I was contemplating having Vidar go to the showers and just rocking in the corner, being like, "You're not dirty. You're not dirty. You're not dirty." It wasn't your fault. It wasn't your fault. It wasn't your fault.
oh my god, what the fuck?
Oh shit.
Oh,
I hate this shit.
I thought yesterday was amazing, but today was just the topping on the fucking cake.
Happy 1 year of failed attempt, everyone.
Yeah.
actually, yes. Damn, yeah. This is our 1 year.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I mean the only one that's been around for the entire year is the one that just got molested by the chair.
A1 since day one, bitches.
Yeah. But to be fair, 2
Like
weeks.
that.
To be fair, 2 weeks from today is Garrison and Yorick
Maladors.
Yep.
And yours.
and Malador. Yep, and Malador.
Yeah,
The three of
yeah.
you, your 1 year is in 2 weeks. But
Yeah.
obviously, we're not going to make you guys celebrate separately. But just yeah. So as a group, our
I've got-
1 year is today.
Why?
I mean, this
Yeah.
wasn't a very inventive episode, but it was a good one for
Yeah.
the fact that it is our 1 year today. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that is awesome. That is, I completely forgot about that until you just
Yeah.
said something. So I appreciate that. Happy
just
1
know
year.
Day after my birthday.
Happy
Right?
birthday.
I always come alone.
I always come alone on my.
I always-
You know what? The title of this one is gonna be long, but it's I always come alone on my anniversary. That's the new title.
I always
of
come
this
come
episode.
along on my
come
1 year
alone.
anniversary.
Always come alone on my anniversary.
Yep, that's the new title of this one.
Fuck.
Nice.
I always come alone on my anniversary.
Fucking quality.
Yes.
All right, I think it's time for the beautiful story of my kidnapping.
Yeah, go ahead
Yes.
if you want to.
All
So
right,
as she's talking, everyone leave. I'm kidding. Don't do
I hate all of you.
that.
Wow, that's gonna make me want to stay.
Not-
No,
That
No,
really
I'm
makes
a
me
little
want
bit
to.
tired.
Listen to me, and you've heard me tell this story like 6 times.
I mean,
Alright.
To be fair,
I'm
let it.
feeling a little bit tired, guys. Oh no.
All right, we got to the con about 2:30. It opened at 2 o'clock. Got to the con about 2:30, and we got in line for Matthew Lillard. To give you an idea, it was probably about 50 people waiting in line. Like, that's maybe being nice about it.
It's about
But
a
if you
4 or
think about
5
it,
hour wait just to get to the top.
Yeah, they said it was like 2.5 to 4 hours just to get to the table. And we all agreed that, okay, that's fine. Whatever.
Right, this is what we're here for.
Whole reason we were here. Basically, it wrapped about 25 different times, and each wrap was about 5 to 6 people long. To kind of
It was
give
a
you
lot.
an idea, like his line was so long, they were lucky that the person who was in the hall across from him was not there yesterday, because his line was breaking into their line.
Ugh.
Like, it wrapped so much. We got to about the 3rd or 4th rotation, and I was in front in my wheelchair, and then Ty was right behind me because big dog privilege protects my purse. And then Cam and his wife were behind us. Next thing I know is there is a hand on my shoulder. Before I can even turn my head, because I thought it was either the 3 of them being like, hey, we're going to go run to the bathroom, or hey, we're going to go get food, because that was like a 2-hour drive. That's what I thought it was. But before I could even turn my head, the voice that is known in the horror community all of a sudden just says,
Zoink Scoop!
he goes, oh, sweetheart, you don't belong here. Pushed Ty out of the way, took control of my wheelchair,
Nice.
and then I got kidnapped. And
Pushed us up to the front of the line.
he took
Handicap.
me to the VIP
Handy.
line, basically, and he's like, I put you here, they will take care of you. And then he ran back behind his booth, and I'm like, okay, so we just went from like a 5-hour wait to
We went from
maybe
general-
an hour wait.
Yeah, we went
And it wasn't even that.
to. We got pushed past the VIP line.
Well, first we were put in the VIP line, and then one of his handlers came up to us. It was like, were you guys like special? Like, did he specifically pull you guys from the line? And I'm like, yeah, why? And she's like, you don't belong here. And I'm like,
Like
You don't
pushed
belong
us
here.
up
Get out.
further. Like pushed us up further. Like we went from the general to the VIP to past the
at the
VIP. Yeah.
at the table.
Yeah.
There was maybe 4 people ahead of us.
We got to bypass the VIP.
Crazy.
We bypassed everything.
Nice.
That's crazy.
We got up to him. I asked him to sign my bunny, which is in the bedroom right now. Ty's gonna
Hell
go
yeah.
get it. I gave him a keychain that I just generously made him. It was a keychain that said William Afton on it. I made a bunch of keychains for the convention to give out to people just for fun.
Hell yeah.
And then me and Ty had paid for a autograph selfie combo, or like autograph picture combo.
Oh, that's
Nice.
awesome.
Hell yeah. There you go.
I love
Yep.
that.
Hell yeah.
It was $120. It was either $70 or $70, but they did a combo for $120. So we talked to him a bit. We talked to him about the crank and yank. We asked him if his signature move in the movie was scripted or if he improv'd it. He improv'd it, and the director's like, "Fuck yeah, we're keeping it." So it was not
Hell yeah.
scripted. He chose to do it.
It was an accident. It was an accidental take.
It was an accidental reflex from
Yeah.
all of his Scream movies
And the directors loved it so much
that they kept it in the movie.
Nice.
That's cool as shit.
And then we got the picture, and then Cam and his wife were just kind of standing off to the side, and he's like, "Are they with you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's my DM and his wife." And he's like, "You guys get in the picture too." So basically, Cam and his wife got to come into the picture for free
That's awesome.
with all of
Nice.
us.
Oh yeah. The
Um,
funny part is as he's pushing her away, he's like racing her through the crowd because she has a chair, and then he just lets her go.
he pushed
So
me
she
down.
rolls a little bit with no resistance, and he walks away, and then goes, "Oh shit, I didn't say goodbye," and he runs back to her and like grabs onto the back of her chair and like, "Bye, thank you for coming," and then walks away again. Like, dude, what the like? But the first thing before he even grabbed her, I don't know if you had heard this part. Before he even grabbed her, he came into the crowd and he was like, "I hear a baby. Where's the baby?" Because there was a baby, and
There
it was
was-
cooing and being adorable.
Outfit on.
Yeah. It had a Scream outfit on. It wouldn't wear the mask, but it had the rest of it. And he comes in. He's like, "I heard a baby. Where's the baby?" And then he sees her. It's like, "Well, you're not a baby," but grabs onto the back of her chair, and then the rest is
The
That's
history.
The
fun.
But
rest is
yeah,
history.
rest
it was
is
it
history.
was
So
hilarious.
I got handy napped by Matthew Lillard. So
Yeah.
it was
That's awesome.
pretty great day. And while we were waiting in line, I may have gotten 3 cosplay commissions
Hell
yesterday.
yeah.
That's
So-
awesome.
Yeah.
Like, that is our
Yeah.
story. Thank you if you stayed. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But Dar's gone.
Huh?
That's the second time you fell asleep in this game.
Huh? What?
At least
What?
that I've witnessed.
At least I
Yeah.
had the decency to fall asleep, and we didn't have the cameras up, so it was fine.
Yeah, true. Fair enough. That's true.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm a pretty sleeper.
I'm a pretty sleeper.
I'm a mouth open sleeper, and he sleeps like he's a sarcophagus. So
There you go.
I could see York sleeping like a
Like
like
a vampire.
like a Victorian child that's dying to consumption.
he's like,
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
it's either Wednesday Adams or he turns into a ball.
Yeah, I'll curl into a ball.
Like I can't find where he starts or where
Nah,
he.
bro. I'm too big. I Patrick Starfish.
No, look. Well, look, Vidar, he turns into your little spoon.
Oh,
He curls up into a ball and he just waits for you, but you never show up.
you know what? Yeah,
I
you're right. I'm a
have
piece
it.
of shit. I'm a piece of shit.
Big spoon never arrives. It's horrible.
Unbelievable.
never
That's
comes
why I
because he
always
always
come
comes
alone.
alone.
Listen, when we all get to the MegaCon together, you guys know we're gonna have to do like Big and Little Spoon.
We're gonna have
I'm just gonna show up in like a huge spoon costume. That's what I'm just gonna do. I'm just gonna have a huge spoon costume on.
I'm sorry, that's gonna have to be the costumes you make for these two, is a big spoon and a little spoon.
I'll
no. What I,
have a shirt made that says "If lost, return to the big spoon."
no. What
and I would have said the big spoon.
No, what I'll do is I'll get a plastic spoon and then I'll get a toy spoon and I'll pin it to their shirts.
There you go.
Have big spoon and little spoon pinned to their shirts.
Yeah, and if you get the shirt, if lost, return to the big spoon, I will definitely get a shirt that says the big spoon.
Bet!
Hey, I can make them in my store, guys. So
Oh my god, that would be the best merch ever. Just like the running joke of big spoon,
yes,
little spoon.
if lost, return to the big spoon and then the big spoon. Yeah, I'll make those up. I
Hi.
got that.
Like I'm the little spoon. If lost, like out on the back it'll say Little Spoon. If lost, return to Big Spoon, and then his
Yeah.
will say Spoon.
The big spoon.
Or on the back,
Alright.
Spoon.
If lost, give me a lobotomy.
Wow.
Dude, there was a shirt in the line that I saw yesterday that said I got lobotomized at Five Nights at Freddy's.
Nice.
I lost my shit.
God, what was that? My favorite one said Florida, the land of meth and sunshine.
Yes,
Oh my god.
that was the glow in the dark booth.
Yes.
The land of
Florida,
meth.
the land of meth and sunshine. Was my favorite
Not
one.
wrong.
Was my favorite
Oh,
one.
my favorite shirt that I want to make is Florida is not the sunshine state, it's the bipolar state, people and weather.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Damn.
All right, guys. Have a
Alright,
good
I'm
night.
bouncing.
I gotta go to work.
Have
Peace out.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adios.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Night. Bye.